AI video is now getting so powerful, and with the right workflow, you will be able to produce great quality footage, even if you don't know anything about making videos. I'm gonna show you how normal people like you and me can use AI to generate professional videos. I say that because I'm not a director or a filmmaker, but now I have the ability to act like one. And it's so much fun. If you're building or selling any type of product that needs marketing or video assets, this workflow is for you. Let's go. Hi, my name is Jad. I used a lot of AI video tools over the past 2 years, and I made a couple of videos about them on this channel. But there was always something missing. The generated videos were never usable for professional projects. Until now. So I decided to make this video. On this channel, we've covered the whole process of building products with AI, from ideation all the way to coding and building an app. But the last missing piece is the marketing videos. My personal choice is Higgsfield. It's crushing the market right now because of how good the quality is. This is great for entrepreneurs or full stack builders. And we're not just talking about marketing videos. I'm personally using it to get assets for a hero section or for a splash screen or for any UI requirements that include video. So today I'm collaborating with Higgsfield to bring you my own workflow for anyone who is not in the filmmaking domain, to be able to get great professional results. Higgsfield just released Cinema Studio 2.0 and it's amazing. You now have control of up to 3 characters with consistency across multiple scenes. Plus, you have fine control over every single shot in terms of the camera equipment, the actions, and the emotions of the characters. You can even convert an image into a 3D scene so that you can find the perfect angle to explore more ways to tell your story. There's so much I want to show you. And thank you Higgsfield for agreeing to sponsor this video. Check out the link in the description if you want to follow along. Let's go. So the most important thing you need to know when working with AI video is that you need a full plan before you start generating anything. Otherwise, you will get frustrated. If your prompt is not clearly defined, the AI will interpret it in a completely different way than what you had in mind. So the first thing you want to do is start working with an AI chat as an assistant, because it knows more than I do about making films, but you can always come up with your own ideas, of course. I'm just using an AI chat platform to help me come up with ideas and come up with a structure for my videos. Now, in my case, I'm using Gemini and ChatGPT. I usually compare them and see which one gives me a better result. And I'm always working on building apps and websites, and they always need marketing material. Now, I'm not gonna create videos of surreal scenes and sci-fi and stuff. I'm gonna show you the actual professional use for these. I'm making videos for clients and apps and startups, and I'll show you exactly how I made them. So I'm gonna show you the 2 main workflows that I'm following to come up with videos. If you want to see the detailed workflows and all of the prompts that I'm using in a PDF, leave me a comment below and I'll send you the full guide. So I'm gonna start with a cinematic ad because that's the hardest type of video to come up with. And if you learn this, everything else will be easy. So as I said, I'm not a director. I will use AI as my director. So here in this example, I have a travel app that I want to promote. I want to make a cinematic ad for it. But of course, when working with AI, you shouldn't go with the first idea that it gives you. So I always ask for multiple ideas so that I can pick and choose which one I want. So here I gave it all of my requirements document and I asked it for 3 different ideas for a 30-second marketing video. And then it gave me 3 different concepts for an ad. So I went through the different ideas and I picked option 1. And here's the crucial thing you need to do to start planning properly. You need to break down your video into 5 to 10-second clips, so that you can generate them with a Higgsfield. And we'll get into that in a bit. But I need a complete plan first. So I said I need to break it down into 5-second clips. So I need prompts for those 5-second clips. I also need a prompt for the starting frame to generate the starting frame with Higgsfield as well. And the way this is gonna work is we're gonna generate the initial frame with Higgsfield and then animate that into the first 5-second clip and then extend it into the next 5-second clip with a different prompt. So here Gemini broke it down for me in terms of prompts for each clip and for the starting frame. For a 30-second video, I have 7 prompts here. So to be able to create those 5-second clips, I need to generate the starting frame for each clip. And that would be an image. When I have the image that starts each clip, then I'll be able to generate a video for each 5-second segment. So here I have all of the starting prompts for each clip, and then I asked for prompts to generate the clip itself. That means where does the video go from that starting clip, what's happening and what's included in the frame, the subjects, the emotions. So I needed a detailed prompt for each segment. And then I got an animation prompt for each 5-second clip. Once you have this plan, all you have to do is go into Higgsfield and start generating those one by one. So for this video, I went with the idea of a mockumentary type video where it's kind of a comedic scene looking at someone traveling and they get frustrated when they're not finding their tickets and their papers, but then they reveal that they can use the app. So in Higgsfield, I went on to generate all of these images based on the prompts that it gave me. And this is what I got. And the way I did that is I pasted the prompt here. And depending on the type of video you're creating, you can select a different lens. But if you want something cinematic, you can go with Warm Cinema Prime. This is one of the recommended sets of camera lens and focal length and aperture. That's this one right there. Now, it's really important to start generating the initial frames in Higgsfield and not with Gemini or ChatGPT, because Higgsfield actually gives it to you in the correct aspect ratio and in very good resolution. Okay, so now that we have all of the initial frames, we can use them as reference to create the videos and then connect those videos together. It's so much fun because you're working on a high level as a director. The AI in Higgsfield is really adhering to the prompts very well. Plus, it's very cheap to generate the video clips, so you can always create as many clips as you want and then pick the best ones. But honestly, I'm getting great results, and I've never had so much fine control over generating videos before. So this is the space for images, and then at the top you can see videos, the videos that you generated in this specific project. And these are the video clips. And to generate a video, you have so much control now. I'm really not using it to the fullest because I'm not, as I said, I'm not a filmmaker, or I don't really have that eye for what angle and what kind of shot and what kind of speed ramping. But these are all options that are available here. There's even a really cool feature they have here, which is multi-shot manual. And this will allow you to create a different shot for each segment inside of the video that you're generating. So you have up to 12 seconds and you can separate those 12 seconds into different shots for each section. And each section of this video will have different settings. So I'm gonna go back to single shot here because I'm generating single clips and then I'll connect them all together. After I generated these clips, you can see here I generated more clips. So I have a bunch of clips, I downloaded them, and then all you have to do is connect them together using any video editing tool. I use DaVinci Resolve, and DaVinci Resolve is available for free, but you can use any video editor that has a timeline that you can stitch together clips. So here in DaVinci Resolve, I imported all of the clips that I want to use, and I put them all together here. I cut off the parts that are not really usable just to make it all coherent. It's a very easy process. Sometimes I overlap the sound here to make it more punchy, but it's all easy. You can add music track to it if you want. But I'm gonna show you now the raw video that came out of this. But it still needs work in terms of music and transitions and stuff like that. But basically I have the whole concept of the video done. And here it is, check it out.
Here we see the alpha planner in his natural habitat, struggling.
Journey sync. Stop digging, start traveling.
Have a nice flight!
If I spend a day on this, I will have a much better outcome. But the quality of the footage is really good. It's really nice to be able to do this now. I just made a documentary style video out of nowhere, and it's really cool. Now the workflow that I just showed you is based on the starting frame of each clip. I'm going to show you another workflow that might work even better. Now for this project, I want to create an ad for a sunglasses shop. I want it to be like a model, fashionable, trendy, editorial style. So again, I went to ChatGPT and I ideated with it. I got some ideas. So here I started by just generating the initial frame, what the model looks like, and what the camera style looks like. And I want this for social media, so I have it in 9:16 instead of 16:9 aspect ratio. And I got a few options for a model. I went with this one, and then I went into generating the video, and I got a few shots here. But what I did here is I generated the first clip of 5 seconds, and then I downloaded that clip, put it in DaVinci Resolve, and exported from DaVinci Resolve the last frame of that clip so that I can generate the next one. This is a good workflow if you need to have continuity without cutting into different scenes. If your whole video is continuous, you need it to be seamless without cuts. So here it is. I have 4 clips, and once you place your first clip like this, you're gonna have to go to the end of it and then go back 1 frame, and that will give you the ending frame of this clip. And then you can go to File, then Export, then Current Frame as Still. And this is the correct way to do it, because if you just take a screenshot of the last frame, it's not gonna have the perfect aspect ratio, so it's gonna look like it's cutting. But if you export the frame as a still, it will be perfectly matching with the last frame of the first video. So the second clip will start with exactly the last frame of the first clip. So when you export the last frame here, back in Higgsfield, you're gonna add that frame that you exported as a starting frame. And when you have that as a starting frame, then you enter the prompt that you're looking for. So I did that for each clip. I have 4 clips here, and I captured the last frame of each clip so that I can generate the next one. Let me show you the result.
One face, 1,000 personalities. Find the one that fits today.
And then I went on to create a different video as well for the same brand that I'm working on. So I got some initial shots here. I picked this subject, and then I generated some videos based on this subject. I picked the ones that I liked out of all of these, and then I stitched them all together in DaVinci Resolve, and this is the result. And then I wanted to make another video for this optical shop where I grabbed a shot of the interior of the store to make it look like the video is taking place in the actual store. Again, I generated some images and some clips, and I stitched them back together by exporting the last frame of each clip to generate the next one. And here's the result of the third video. So depending on the video you are looking to create, you can either go with my first workflow or the second workflow. I'm going to show you another example of my first workflow where I don't need to have it continuously in one shot. I can generate each clip independently, but I'm going to show you how to make it all consistent, where you have the same character without changing the looks, and you have consistency across the whole video, even though you are generating the clips independently. This project here is for a meal planning app. So I got a breakdown of the idea that I'm looking for from ChatGPT here. And I wanted a reference image just for the character that we're going to be working with in this whole video. So to stay consistent, you need a character. I generated it in ChatGPT. You can do it in Higgsfield, but I'm not generating the initial starting frame here. I'm just generating a character reference. So this character reference can be you or anyone you know, or an AI generated character. So I generated the character in ChatGPT. I asked for a male with neutral expressions and neutral background. It gave me this. And then what I did is I went to Higgsfield. I added it as a reference here. So you can see all of my references here. I added this guy as a reference, and then I asked for the prompt that I'm looking for the starting frame. So for this one, you can see I asked for a realistic cinematic shot of a person standing in front of an open refrigerator late at night. And it gave me these options here. I started the clip with the first option, And then I generated the first video here, this one. Then I got all of the prompts for each clip from ChatGPT. But crucially, you can copy this prompt. I asked for independent prompts for each clip because when ChatGPT is giving you all of the prompts, it's gonna continue based on the previous prompt. But I don't want that. I want to generate each clip independently, not referencing the previous prompt. So this video cuts between scenes, and I picked my favorite scenes. And here in the director's panel, I always add the character as a reference to stay consistent. And the best part is when you have a UI screen that you want to advertise someone using the app or something, you can also add it here. Here I have the UI. And then you can write your prompt and reference each image from the director's panel. So here I said the person picks up the phone, and then you can see the screen of the UI, and I reference this screen. So you have these two different elements that are for sure gonna be in the video. And when you give it a UI screen, it's gonna implement it in the scene very seamlessly. And you can see here the difference between the cinematic generation from Higgsfield and when I didn't use the Higgsfield generation, just ChatGPT, it wasn't very cinematic. So always generate your starting frame inside of Higgsfield. And after generating all of the different cuts and clips, here's the result.
I'm hungry. I don't know what I want. I don't want to cook.
What are we having for dinner?
We're having Tuesday.
Keep your family happy every day of the week.
I hope this video has been helpful to you in terms of what to expect when working with AI videos and generating videos. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll answer everything down in the comments as usual. Now I'm gonna leave you with a few examples of some videos that I made. Enjoy. Thank you for watching.
This is perfect. Get your car cleaned anywhere, anytime with Wash on the Go.
Hydration level suboptimal. Good. You are learning. Slow down. This is not a race.
Hydration, it knows you better than you do.
Are you serious?
There's not one open slot.
We booked. Where's the open slot?
This is ridiculous.
Guys, calm down. Use Paddle Finder. It will help you find a slot. It's so easy. Boom.